Dying Light the Beast is a standalone entry in the Dying Light series developed by Techland. The game brings back Kyle Crane, the protagonist from the first Dying Light, who has been held captive and experimented on for over a decade. Set in a post-apocalyptic rural area known as Castor Woods, once a popular tourist destination, players will encounter various factions, survivors, and a mysterious beast that roams the area.
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
Neo Berlin 2087 is a first- and third-person action RPG set in a futuristic cyberpunk version of Berlin. Developed by Elysium Game Studio using Unreal Engine 5, the game promises a blend of cinematic storytelling, immersive investigations, and action-packed combat. Players will navigate through a divided Berlin, where advanced technology is accessible only to the elite class within the city, while the outskirts suffer from poverty and dysfunction.
How do you save humanity?
A crime. Something like this should never have happened.
I was right.
Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater is a highly anticipated remake of the 2004 classic Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Built on Unreal Engine 5, this version promises to deliver updated visuals while staying true to the original's iconic stealth gameplay. Players will again step into the shoes of Naked Snake, Big Boss, as he embarks on a mission to save a rocket scientist during the Cold War era.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Time Ghost is Unity's latest real-time cinematic tech demo developed to showcase the capabilities of Unity 6. This demo, presented at the Unite 2024 event in Barcelona, emphasizes advancements in visual quality and real-time rendering, pushing the limits of what Unity 6 can achieve. The demo features a stunning environment with up to 12 million instances of vegetation made possible through the DOTS entity component system, ensuring high-performance rendering. Stalker 2: Heart of Chornobyl is an upcoming first-person shooter and survival horror game developed by GSC Game World. Built using Unreal Engine 5, the game offers an expansive open-world map spanning over 60 square kilometers, making it one of the largest in gaming. The game focuses on a post-apocalyptic setting within the Chornobyl exclusion zone, filled with dangerous anomalies, factions, and mutated creatures. Monster Hunter Wilds is the next evolution in Capcom's renowned action RPG series. Set in the Forbidden Lands, this installment introduces players to a living world filled with dynamic ecosystems, diverse biomes, and massive monsters. Players will take on the role of a hunter in an unexplored frontier, joined by characters like a guild-appointed handler, a palico partner, and other companions. The environment will dynamically shift, influencing the behavior of the wildlife and the Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action RPG from Pearl Abyss set in the fantasy world of Highwell. Initially planned as a prequel to Black Desert Online, the game has evolved into its own standalone narrative, focusing on Cliff, a mercenary struggling to survive in a war-torn land. Players can expect a blend of intense, fast-paced combat and exploration, as well as large-scale battles that require strategic use of weapons and environments, including scaling creatures to defeat them in the style of Monster Hunter. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the upcoming entry in the long-running franchise, set in feudal Japan during the late Sengoku period. The game introduces two distinct protagonists, Naoe, a shinobi assassin, and Yasuke, a legendary African samurai. Each character brings their own unique playstyle. Nao focuses on stealth and agility, while Yasuke engages in powerful, precise combat. Dragon Age: The Veilguard is the fourth major installment in the beloved Dragon Age series. Set to release almost a decade after Dragon Age Inquisition, it takes place in the world of Thetis, following the catastrophic events caused by Solace, the Dread Wolf, who attempts to tear down the veil between Thetis and the Fade. Players will control Rook, a customizable character who leads the Veilguard, a group of companions united to stop the threats posed by ancient deities and Darkspawn.
Everyone, get ready!
Orders! Ready, ballistas! Wait for it.
Come on. Come on.
Reanimal is a cooperative horror-adventure game developed by Tarsier Studios, the team behind Little Nightmares. Set on a terrifying island, the story follows a brother and sister as they desperately search for their missing friends. The game offers a mix of exploration on both land and by boat, and players will need to work together to survive the nightmarish challenges they encounter. Reanimal emphasizes tension, atmosphere, and claustrophobia, with players navigating through a dark, fragmented world full of eerie creatures and unsettling environments. The Silent Hill 2 remake, developed by Bloober Team and published by Konami, is set to release on October 8, 2024 for PlayStation 5 and PC. This remake of the 2001 psychological horror classic is built on Unreal Engine 5, featuring enhanced visuals, atmospheric lighting through Lumen, and detailed environments powered by Nanite. The remake stays faithful to the eerie, fog-filled town of Silent Hill, while also modernizing the experience with an over-the-shoulder camera for more immersive gameplay. Eric Raiders is a PvPvE survival extraction shooter developed by Embark Studios. Set in a post-apocalyptic future, humanity has retreated underground, seeking resources on a dangerous surface ravaged by ORC machines. Players take on the role of raiders, scavenging for supplies while battling both mechanical enemies and rival players. The game offers both solo and cooperative multiplayer modes, where players must strategically plan their raids to survive and extract valuable resources safely.
Face our fears head on.
Another giant just left orbit. Coming in damn hot.
Showtime.
Exodus is an upcoming sci-fi action RPG developed by Archetype Entertainment, a studio founded by industry veterans from BioWare. Set in a distant future where humanity has fled a dying Earth, the story follows the last remnants of humanity as they explore new galaxies and face hostile alien forces called the Celestials. The narrative centers around time dilation and the complex choices players will make as they navigate this vast universe.
More trouble than they're worth. Others, perhaps viable in theory, prove nothing more than desolate, hopeless wastelands. Some are even hostile. In fact, it often goes that the more beautiful the planet, the more sinister the threats it holds. The few that show fertile promise are made ready for terraforming, and their locations transmitted.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to launch in the fall of 2025. This highly anticipated installment in the GTA franchise will return to Vice City, now part of a larger new state called Leonida. Rockstar Games promises the biggest open-world experience in the series, with an immersive narrative and world building that pushes the boundaries of current gaming technology. Defect is a squad-based cyberpunk shooter set in a dystopian future where AI rules the city and rogue factions battle for survival. The game, built on Unreal Engine 5, focuses on intense multiplayer action with a unique 4x4x4x4 structure for competitive gameplay. Players fight to take control of city zones, employing a mix of strategy, tech-based combat, and fast-paced action in a futuristic world divided by fear and rebellion.
If you lived or died, you want to know the way to survive. You fight. Fight like a starving dog. I am Neil.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics developed by Sandfall Interactive. Set in a fantasy world inspired by Belle Epoque France, the story follows a group called Expedition 33, tasked with defeating the ominous paintress, who paints the age of those she condemns to death each year. As players explore breathtaking landscapes and face surreal enemies, they will experience a blend of classic RPG mechanics and real-time actions like dodging and parrying, making combat more engaging and dynamic.
Wait. Everyone. Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mael.
Wouldn't expect a Cartesian engineer to understand beauty.
We can use that.
Empire of the Ants is an upcoming real-time strategy and adventure game based on Bernard Werber's famous novel. Developed by Tower 5 and powered by Unreal Engine 5, the game offers players a deep, photorealistic exploration of a microscopic world. You take on the role of the 103,683rd ant, tasked with guiding your colony to new horizons in a French forest.
Welcome to the fascinating Empire of the Ants. Play as 103683, an inquisitive ant in a world of unsuspected dangers. Your mission? Defend your colony against rival kingdoms and expand the borders of our Queen's Empire beyond known lands. But remember, the strength of your people lies in unity and strategy. In this exciting strategy game, every decision counts. Research technologies, train the right legions, and choose which one to send into battle first. New threat is on the way. Gather your forces.
The Forever Winter is a co-op tactical survival horror shooter that entered early access on September 24, 2024 for PC. Developed by Fundog Studios, this game places players in a post-apocalyptic world where massive AI-driven war machines wage endless battles over Earth's remaining resources. Players assume the role of scavengers, navigating dangerous environments to gather resources while avoiding or battling both rival factions and colossal enemies. OD is an upcoming horror game developed by Kojima Productions, led by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with Xbox Game Studios. It promises to push boundaries, blending gaming, film, and new media forms. The game, built using Unreal Engine 5, focuses on fear and explores the concept of overdosing on it. Jordan Peele, known for his work in the horror genre, has also collaborated as a writer, adding a unique narrative depth to the project.
Ain't the kind singing fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started wending and quacking.
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is the highly anticipated sequel to Hideo Kojima's 2019 Death Stranding. The game continues the story of Sam Porter Bridges, played by Norman Reedus, who embarks on a new journey to save humanity from extinction. Returning characters include Fragile and Higgs, with new cast members such as Elle Fanning and Shioli Kutsuna joining the universe.
Till the morning.
Well?
Quiet Place. The Road Ahead is a single-player horror-adventure game developed by Stormin Games and published by Saber Interactive. Set in the universe of the A Quiet Place movie franchise, the game tells a unique story about a young survivor navigating a post-apocalyptic world filled with deadly creatures that hunt using sound. The game emphasizes stealth and silence, creating a tense and unnerving atmosphere where every sound could be fatal. Spine is an upcoming cinematic action game set in a dystopian cyberpunk world. Developed by Neki, the game places players in the role of Redline, a rebellious street artist who, with the help of her sentient combat implant called Spine, fights against an oppressive AI regime. The game draws inspiration from action films like John Wick, offering fluid, dynamic combat that combines gunplay and melee combat, often referred to as gun fu.
Come at me, creep! Come on!
Don't damage your spine! That's an order!
Amateurs.
Red line, get ready. We've got guests. Let's welcome them properly.
Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra is an action-adventure game set during World War II, developed by Skydance New Media and directed by Amy Hennig, the creative mind behind Uncharted. The game features a unique ensemble of 4 heroes: Captain America, Black Panther, Wakandan Spy Nanali, and Gabriel Jones of the Howling Commandos. Together, they must stop Hydra from capitalizing on the chaos of the war.
By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this. Neither do I.
The Defiant is a World War II-themed first-person shooter set in 1940s China during the Japanese occupation, a conflict rarely depicted in games. Developed by Huthanes, this game emphasizes cinematic action sequences and stealth-based missions, reminiscent of classic Call of Duty titles. The recently released trailer showcases intense nighttime missions, action-packed firefights, and a compelling narrative about resistance fighters struggling to overthrow an oppressive regime. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to Warhorse Studios' medieval RPG, continuing the story of Henry of Skalitz as he navigates a turbulent 15th century Bohemia. The game, set during a brutal civil war, promises an even larger open world, enhanced RPG mechanics, and more immersive first-person combat. Players will follow Henry's journey from a humble blacksmith's son to a key figure in the resistance against King Sigismund of Hungary.
It can end before it gets started.
Congratulations, Sir Knight! You finally become a man.